Yay. One down, one to go. Last week, we saw the AFC Championship game, and it was Houston advancing to our Super Bowl. At least the Strat-O-Matic version of it. The real one to be determined, unfortunately. But meanwhile, our attention will now turn to the NFC here, where we find two teams that I guess are kind of unexpected, but they're here. One team, of course, is a team that in our timeline could have easily ended up in this position, sadly did not, but in our Strat-O-Matic playthrough did, even though they're not the same version. Did we get all that? Okay, good. And on the other side is a team quarterbacked by Tom Brady. Yes, he is in this version of the game. So, alas, we're going to have to deal with his shenanigans, potentially. Folks, the NFC title game is here, and it is a good one. It's the Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the NFC Championship version of Strat-O-Matic football! Almost to the Super Bowl! Yeah, baby! Yeah! Okay. I gotta save my energy for next week, folks. Let's not go too overboard. Jeez. Ay. Howdy, folks, it's Morgoth the Barbarian here, and welcome to the NFC title game in our Strat-O-Matic football playthrough. We have made it to the round of 4, and last week we kicked off the championship week games with the Dolphins-Texans AFC title game, in which the Texans absolutely spanked the defending champions, much to my displeasure, but it is what it is. Houston, congratulations, you're in our Super Bowl next week, as they absolutely just obliterated Miami 41-20. Now we turn our attention to the NFC this week to see who Houston's going to play, or more importantly, which one of these teams will host them. I'm making the winner of this game our home team for next week's Super Bowl. On one side of the coin, we have the Detroit Lions, a team that in our playthrough probably could, or at least in our timeline, could have made it to the Super Bowl, but alas did not, or let alone the NFC title game. In our timeline, this playthrough that is, they ended up 11-6 and the 5 overall seed, and they have had a little bit of a interesting road. First, they had to fend off Washington. That's kind of funny because the real Lions couldn't do that, but apparently in this version they did. 31-28 was the final score there. And then last week, much like Washington did to them in our timeline, they had to do the same thing, the top-seeded San Francisco 49ers, and they did. 20-16, sending that 16-win 49ers squad home. In other words, it was all for naught. Ouch! That hurt. But alas, here they are. On the other side, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who we saw 2 weeks ago beat up Green Bay. Isn't that funny? They are back now. Last week, they took care of business in the divisional round, upsetting Minnesota 21-17. So now here they are. As the lower seed and the divisional winner, they get to host this one. And once again, the winner faces Houston in next week's Super Bowl, which will be posted in its entirety. I am not going to edit that one bit. Well, I'll post an edited version too. But you'll get to see that one the whole way out. Sorry, no live stream this time around. It's a little bit too difficult on my end, as it turns out, so. But that's next week's game. We got to get through this right here. We got to see if this version of the Lions can do better than our real-life counterparts. Or if we get a title game that involves Tom Brady. Again, he is in this version. This is 2022 sets. So we, unfortunately, will have to deal with his shenanigans. Oh boy! Just when the things couldn't get bad enough, now I have to play as Tom Brady in a Super Bowl potentially. Great! Gonna be fun! Okay, I'm just kidding. Don't worry, the game will go on as normal. So let me get this set up and we can get started. All right, looks like we get to continue the tradition of mismatched color schemes. The Lions are in red. Buccaneers will be in green, even though their colors are red. This has been happening throughout the whole playoffs, and it's kind of a running joke at this point. It is what it is. Whatever. Oh, I love it. I love the chaos. Speaking of chaos, Lions will get to choose the opening kickoff here. Green. Evens. My bad. Good grief. That's what you get. Tampa wins the opening toss and has Detroit taking it off the jump. So Tampa will get the ball to start the second half. So with that being said, let me get this on here, and we will be underway from Tampa Bay. And the Lions will start this one at the 25-yard line. All right, here's your starting lineup. It's full strength minus a defensive injury or two for each team. So what you see is what you get. Jared Goff is the quarterback here. We got DJ Chark at the split end. They're going to bring in Josh Reynolds as the slot fullback. DeAndre Swift is the running back. Brock Wright is tight end. Amon-Ra St. Brown is the flanker. And I'm going to start by throwing the ball. 1st and 10. Tampa will not see this coming. All right. To the receiver, to Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's a 12-yard gain if this holds. And it will, because there's a penalty. Oh, good job, me. You're not even prepared. Hold, please. Would help if I had this right next to me when I did this. Good job. Let's try that again. Meanwhile, it's a personal foul penalty in other news that was supposed to get called. So Amon-Ra St. Brown gets 12, and then let's throw in 15 more just because we can. Brilliant strategy. Let's see if it works out for the Lions, for the Bucs here or not, to be doing that sort of thing. I'm sure it will. I think. All right, that was sarcasm. And meanwhile, 1st and 10. 6. The linebucker was guessed incorrectly, but it doesn't matter. Swift only gets 3 on his first carry of the game. Okay. 2nd and 7. Unfortunately, Tampa sees this coming. 7 on a short, but they can't stop it, so it's 11 yards for Amon-Ra St. Brown again. 1st down. All right, 1st and 10. Tampa's staying in their pass defense. It's still going to go to Brock Wright. And it's going to be an incompletion. Oof. All right, 1st incompletion of the game there for Detroit, and it's 2nd down. They're going to play to run and miss this pass to Josh Reynolds. Whoopsies. 8 on a flat with a potential penalty. Whoa, okay, you should be at the 35 if I'm not mistaken. All right. Okay, let's resolve this. To the receiver, to Reynolds. Guessed wrong. No dice. Incomplete. With a question mark. Oh, God. Opponent number 7. 1st down. Well. Detroit was... Tampa committed a holding penalty. 5 yards penalty, automatic 1st down. Oh, that's just unfortunate. All right, 1st and 10. They missed seeing this run, too. Letting their good run defense help them out. And sure enough, just a gain of a yard for Swift. That's it. No bueno. All right, 2nd and 9. At the 29 it is. 2 on a flat. Okay, 2 through 6 is a 2-yard completion. Everything else, it's an incomplete pass. And sure enough, that's what it is. Incomplete to DeAndre Swift there. And we have a 3rd down and 9 incoming. 10 on a short. Well. The Tampa's pass defense gives up a long gain. And since the minimum I can roll is a 35, it's a touchdown! First of the game, just like that. 29 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown finds a crease in the let's say he ran like a crossing pattern or something like that, and Tampa's secondary could not catch him. Touchdown, Detroit. And Michael Badgley will add the extra point on top of it. Nice. So there you go, folks. First drive of the game, and it's Detroit striking first on a 29-yard TD pass from Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown, who got all 52 of those receiving yards. Wow, not bad. Detroit with a 7-0 advantage just like that on the first drive of the game. Love to see it. All right, now let's have them kick off, and Tampa will have to respond. From the 25, they will. So same spot. These some of these pieces are starting to fade a little bit on me, unfortunately. All right, Tampa's starting lineup is as follows. There's Mr. Brady. He's here. Sorry, it is not Baker Mayfield, but here we are. Mike Evans is the split. Leonard Fournette, playoff Lenny, is here. He did pretty good in the last time we saw him, as did Mike Evans, I think. Cade Otton wasn't here the last time, but now he is this time. Cameron Brate is the blocking back, and Chris Godwin is at flanker. So Otton is returning, essentially. Excellent. All right, full strength for Tampa Bay, and meanwhile, it's 1st and 10 here. We'll start off with a run, and Fournette gets nothing. Oof. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. All right, 2nd and 10 here. Pass defenses for both teams. 11 on a flat. Uh-oh, 2 or a 3, this is a problem. It's not. It's an incompletion to Cade Otton. That's what that is, so... They tried to get Otton involved early, and no dice. Okay. Well, 3rd and 10. 11 on a short. And sure enough, it's a long gain for Tampa. What the heck? All right, I have to roll for this one. Okay, let's see how much Mike Evans is getting. How about 41? Wow. 41, 16. So Mike Evans gets it to the 34 as he's pushed out there. Good grief. So both the Lions and the Bucs find themselves with long pass plays. Good grief. All right, no more Cameron Brate, but Russell Gage is here. All right. 1st and 10. This is actually going to get missed. 6 on a short. Incomplete. He was looking for Godwin. All right, 2nd down here. Detroit stays under run defense, but misses this. 7 on a flat. And this will go for 7 yards out to Leonard Fournette. Oh, I forgot to turn this down 1. Okay. So Fournette for a gain of 7. It's 3rd and 3. This actually, they'll surprise him with a run here. 10 on an off tackle. And it's no gain. Surprisingly, Detroit was ready for it. So Fournette gets nothing. It's now 4th down and 3. It's just 3 yards. Let's do it. 4th and 3. I am going to go for it. Why the heck not? 4 on a flat? Yeah. Now let's see if this interception goes through or not. Oh, it does not, but it was dropped. I mean, it's still turnover on downs for the Buccaneers as Brady was looking for Evans, but whoever was covering Mike Evans dropped an interception. Oh, that sucks. But you know what? It was fourth down. Detroit still gets the ball, and that fourth down conversion was all for naught. So, I know, this was kind of how the Chiefs lost last week. But you know what? It is what it is. So, Detroit will get the ball back at their own 27. And we're going to move along to the next highlight. So, roll that beautiful footage. I'm going to assume it involves Tom Brady getting intercepted. That would be sweet. We'll see if any more long touchdowns get scored. Wow, this is interesting. After a lot of back and forth play, Detroit has it 1st and 10 at Tampa's 11 as we approach the last little bit of the first quarter. My goodness. Not good if you're Tampa. All right, 1st and 10. They're going to miss this Jamal Williams run. 7. Williams is only going to get a yard, and sure enough, that's how the first quarter ends, as it's 7-0 Lions, but they're threatening to add to that, as you can see. Meanwhile, we've got a 2nd and 9 over here. 6. Amon-Ra St. Brown gets 5. All right. 3rd and 4. I'm going to keep Reynolds in the game and try to give it to him. 3rd and 4. They just need to get to the 1-yard line to keep this going. Except that's not going to matter because Tampa gives us a short gain, which means touchdown! Josh Reynolds gets in from 5 yards out. There it is. The minimum I can roll is a 10 there, so I'm not going to even bother, much like the earlier St. Brown touchdown. And the extra point from Michael Badgley is tacked on. And Detroit successfully doubles their lead. This time it's a 5-yard TD pass from Jared Goff to Josh Reynolds. And the Lions are extended their lead to 14-0. Well, that is highly unfortunate for Tampa's defense. Their secondary is getting absolutely torched right now. This is kind of what Detroit had in mind. Just throw the football against this suspectable secondary, and they should be okay. And sure enough, their game plan is working so far. It's still early in the second. Tampa, you may want to tighten up on your defensive secondary here. You're getting torched. And maybe execute on offense. I'm just throwing that out there. Also, some stupid penalties are kind of getting in the way, too. But mostly, how about tighten up on defense and get Brady go? Get Brady to will them or something. I don't know. All right. All right. 4th and 5. If you know anything about Detroit, they love going for it in these situations. And I'm going to say this is no different. All right, 4th and 5, we're going for it in the true Detroit spirit. Why the heck not? Let's do it. 4th and 5. 9 on a flat. It's going to Josh Reynolds. And he gets it. He gets 6. He needed 5. He gets the first down, and Detroit keeps the drive going. Look at that. Art imitates real life, apparently. It's Josh Reynolds gets 6 and the first, and the drive keeps going from the Tampa 35. There you go. All right. Moving on. 1st and 10 here. Actually, yeah, Detroit's playing. They're playing the pass. Missing this run. Doesn't matter. No gain for Swift. 2nd down. 7 on a flat, and it's 7 yards for DeAndre Swift. Okay. We have a 3rd and 3 here, so I'm going to try it. This is definitely 4-down territory for sure. You know how this rolls. 2 on a short. Okay, unless this is a 9 for 11, this is a 13-yard completion. And sure enough, it's dropped. Oh. Monroe St. Brown had it. He dropped it. Ouch. Oh, well. 4th and 3. You know we're going for it. I got to do it. 4th and 3. This is Detroit. We go for it. If we went for the last one, we're sure as heck going for this one. 6 on a flat. And this time, incomplete. Now it's a turnover on downs as Goff was looking for Amon-Ra St. Brown. He found air. That does not work. Tampa gets the ball back. I mean, unfortunately, that's how Detroit rolls. You live by the first 4th down conversion. You die by it. Oh, if only they knew that in real life, but so be it. All right, Tampa gets the ball back at their own 28. Maybe Detroit should have taken a field goal there. I don't know, but, that's how real-life Detroit goes. That's how this version is, so maybe Tampa's a chance to finally get back. Who knows? So let's see. All right, Fournette needs his check-in. Number 1. Number 2, 1st and 10. We're going to give it to him. 7. Uh-oh. Okay, what's this? Opponent number 4. Oh, dear. A personal foul penalty. Fournette loses a yard, but somebody grabbed his face mask to do it. Oh, that's just wonderful. All right, so no automatic 1st down as Fournette still loses a yard. Brilliant. All right, 1st and... Oh, that was actually meant... Yeah, that was a line block. 1st and 10. This actually gets missed. This off-tackle run, it's not going to matter anyways, because Fournette just got 31 in the first. Well, isn't that wonderful? He gets all the way to the 27. Yikes. Okay, Fournette was finally sick and tired of getting bottled up. All right, 1st and 10. Keep running it with him. Why not? 9. 2 yards for Fournette. 2nd and 8. This gets missed. 8 on a short. And it's 12 yards for Godwin in the first. Well, it turns out that 4th down not conversion ended up coming back to haunt them, because look at what we have here. Brady willing his team into scoring position. What else is new? All right, 1st and 10 from the 13. Tampa doesn't see this running play for some weird reason. 8. Fournette has 5 if this penalty doesn't mean anything. Huh. So it's opponent offsides, which is also 5 yards. I'm actually going to accept the penalty. So even though it's precisely the same, there's no use of loss of down here. So it's now 1st and 5 from the 8 rather than 2nd and 5. All right, whatever, same thing. This is going to get missed. They're going to surprise throw it to Otten. Okay, 1st and 5. 8 on a flat. To the receiver, to Otten. It's missed. And sure enough, it's a touchdown! Would have gone for 13, and Otten just needed 8 to get into the end zone. There you go, Tampa Bay. You're finally on the board. That took you long enough. Excellent. We have a game again, ladies and gentlemen. I was starting to get a little worried there. Meanwhile, extra point over here from Ryan Suckup is good. All right, he's golden on that one. So there you go, folks. Tampa does, in fact, turn the Missed fourth down at the points. And it concludes with an 8-yard TD pass from Tom Brady to Cade Otton. And Tampa cuts the deficit in half. They're still down 14-7, but they're at least in this. And since we're getting close, they do get the ball to start the second half, remember. So we'll see if maybe they get a shot at double dipping if they can hold Detroit here. So I'll play that out, and we'll come back to you eventually. All right, out comes the punter, I guess. This one's going for 50 yards. Return for a gain of... Oh, God. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is this what I think it is? Whenever I see 11 or 3, I panic. It is what I think it is. It's a fumble! And Tampa gets it! No return, but Tampa gets it at the 11. Oh, no. A special teams blunder. Doesn't that figure? Why the heck not? Khalif Raymond fumbles it. And yeah, Tampa immediately plops on it. Their special teams unit gets it. And, well, there you go, folks. That's all it takes is for one innocent mistake to really start something. Oof. 1st and 10 from Detroit's 11 as a result of that. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. 8. They give up. Detroit's defense maybe gives up 2 to Leonard Fournette. No, they won't. Never mind. It is a holding penalty. So, in other words, go back 10 yards. All right, 1st and 20. Well, that sucked. All right, they'll see this coming. 7 on the flat. It's just a 6-yard gain for Russell Gage. Okay. Makes them feel a little better, but not really. 2nd and 14. This actually will get missed. 7 on an off tackle. Uh-oh, another penalty? Oh, opponent number 4. Dang it. What did you do? Of course, another personal foul penalty. So basically, Fournette gets 2, and then it's half the distance to the goal for smacking his face mask. So they'll have it 1st and goal to go at the 7. And sure enough, there's your 2-minute warning on top of that. So good job, Detroit. You done messed up. Shouldn't have done that. Oy, all right. Cameron Braid is going to check into the game for right now. It's 1st and goal to go from the 7. I'm going to run it. Maybe see if I can drain some timeouts here. 9 on a line buck. Ooh, Fournette got close to scoring, but not quite. He's a yard short, but gets 6 of the 7. In other news, Detroit's going to use their first timeout. Everybody had their all 3 timeouts. Now Detroit just missing 1, so that's fine. 2nd and goal to go. Right at the 1. Fournette, can he get the yard? Nope. Nope, he can't. Meanwhile, Detroit's going to take another timeout. That's their first. 2nd, excuse me. All right, 3rd and 1. What do I want to do here? I have lots of options on 3rd and a yard. I'm going to run it. Detroit, meanwhile, is going to think pass and then miss this. Oh, yikes. Okay, 3rd and 1. This missed line buck goes for 7, which means touchdown! Because Fournette only needed a yard. LOL. There we go. Playoff Lenny doing that work to tie this ball game, unless Ryan Subcup makes the extra point by doinking it off the crossbar. Never mind. I got scared he missed it there for a minute, but nope, he got it. He doinked it off the crossbar, but he still gets it. So there you go, folks. Tampa ties the game. That special teams blunder ends up doing Detroit in. And it sets up a 1-yard run for Leonard Fournette. And Tampa, well, so much for spotting them 2 TDs because they just came back. It's Tom Brady. That's why. That's the only reason why. And with 1:37, Detroit will have that much time to do something and a timeout. Tampa has all 3 of theirs, plus a ball in the second half. So let's see what happens here. Detroit starts from their own 25. All right. We got 1:37 and just a single timeout, as I just stated. Let's see. No, stay there. What are you doing? Game trying to screw with me a little bit. All right, I want Josh Reynolds in. I think Brock Wright is not. We'll bring in Khalif Raymond in exchange for Brock Wright, the tight end. So 4 wide receivers set for us, and it's 1st and 10. Let's see. 7 on a flat. Let me guess. Yep, short gain for Raymond. He gets 17 in the first, and he goes out at the 42 on top of that. No, he doesn't. Okay. I mean, he still gets 17, but the clock will keep kind of going. All right, Reynolds for 17. 1st and 10. Do it again. This time Raymond will have a shot at it. And he's only going to get 7, but at least he went out of bounds at the 49, so there's that. So he does stop the clock. Doesn't quite make up for the fumble he just had, but you know what? So be it. 2nd and 3. 2 on a short. Okay, if this is a 9 through 11, it's incomplete. Anything else, it's a 13-yard gain. It's a 13-yard gain as Chark goes out of bounds at the 38. Okay. Last time that didn't exactly work out, but this time it does. So DJ Chark for 13. 1st and 10. I'm going to send a long pass to him his way. And, oh, it works! Long gain, but wait, I think there's only one roll that's not a touchdown, and it's an 8. No, okay, so as long as I don't roll a 6, this is a touchdown. Otherwise, it'll be 1st and goal at the 3. And it's not! Touchdown! DJ Chark catches the ball, breaks free, and ends up diving for the pylon for the score. 38 big yards. Michael Badgley, can he add the extra point to this? Yes, he can. And just like that, Detroit gets their lead back. Hold on a minute. There we go. All right, and just like that, Detroit does, in fact, get their lead back with about, 52 seconds left? Yeah, we'll say 52. DJ Chark, 38-yard catch and run to put the Lions back up in the lead before halftime. Wow. That's how they do it down there in Detroit. All right, kickoff. Tampa has it at the 25. They have all 3 timeouts and a minute to work with. 52 seconds, to work with. So, well, they're going to try to respond, as you might expect. Speaking of 4 wides, yeah, we're going to go 4 wide too. Here's a guy that you didn't expect to be on this team, Julio Jones. He's coming in. K-Dot will stay. All right, basically a empty set for what I can tell from this point forward. And we're going to start off with a 1st and 10. Yeah, of course they're playing the pass. They have to. 5 on a flat. And we start off with a 3-yard gain from Mike Evans. At least he goes out of bounds, but that does not going to help their cause. All right, 2nd and 7. 10 on a short. Ooh, close. But it's a 14-yard gain to Evans, nevertheless. So Mike Evans goes up to the 42. He actually got out of bounds, so with 37 seconds left. Still no timeout usage for Tampa Bay just yet because they keep going out of bounds, wisely so. Meanwhile, 1st and 10 from the 42. 9 on a short. It's going to Godwin. And Godwin ain't going anywhere. Incomplete. Oof. All right, we're down. And then there were 30. 2nd and 10. You know what? Let's try Julio Jones. Sure. 10 on a flat. Oh, good grief. 29 yards for Julio Jones. And they get all the way down to the 29, and he got out of bounds, so the clock stops. How the heck has Tampa not used any timeouts is beyond me. Must be Tom Brady willing them to do it. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Meanwhile, 1st and 10 from the 29. They're getting closer. You know what? Why not? Let's try a long ball shot to Evans. Sure, why not? 1st and 10. 8 on a long. No, incomplete. I was looking for Mike Evans there. All right, 2nd down and 10 from the 29. 5 and a short. It's a 13-yard gain to Godwin. It's a 1st down. And, oh, would you look at that? They actually do have to use a timeout. Oh, no. How terrible. They still have 2 remaining. But Godwin gets 13 on that one, nevertheless. All right. I have 8 seconds remaining. I'm not worried. I really only have 2 plays to pull this off. And it looks like Mike Evans is my best bet, so do I attempt a long pass or do I try a short? Because this either goes into the end zone or I'm kicking a field goal. That's basically how I'm looking at this. All right, we'll attempt the long pass. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. The down and distance is basically meaningless, but it's there. 1st and 10 from the 16. 11 on a long. Oh, dear. Okay, well, this is going to cause a lot of problems. Wait a minute. Let me roll it first. 2 for 5 or 12. Okay, I think I know what the ruling on the field is going to be. Let me see about the penalty here. Oh, it doesn't matter anyways. Never mind. So I actually rolled for an interception, but the weird thing about this, it says interception plus 28, which means I throw it 28 yards down the field. That equates to the negative 12, which is impossible. So that would have been incomplete, but it doesn't matter anyways because the Tampa just committed a penalty. It's probably going to be pass interference. And sure enough, that's what it is. I'm going to say it occurred in the end zone, so it's 1st and goal at the 1. But here's the problem. There's only a second left. Oh boy, this now creates some drama now, doesn't it? I've got one of 2 options, really. I can kick a field goal and be safe, or I could risk it. And this is the last play, barring a defensive penalty, mind you. And try for the 1 yard. Whoo, boy. I mean, Tampa does get the ball to start the second half, mind you. Ooh, this is a tough one. Because this is the last play of the first half, regardless of what happens. So I either get this or forget it. You know what? I'm going to do something incredibly gutsy. I'm going for it. I'm bringing Leonard Fournette in. And Julio Jones is getting swapped out for Otten. That's as far as I'm willing to go on that front. Now, what the hell do I call here? Okay, so this is first and goal from the 1, but it's essentially you either get it or hope for a defensive penalty. You know what? In traditional Tom Brady fashion, we'll do that. And what does Detroit see here? They see 3 wide receivers. They're going to guess pass and miss this. Okay, so they missed this linebuck. First and goal at the 1. Either they get it or they don't. 5. Brady gets 2. Touchdown! It works. The risk pays off. It ends up being a Brady sneak. Just like he's always done for like years and years and years. And Ryan Suckup makes the extra point. And the gutsy call ends up working out right before the buzzer. The Buccaneers get gutsy thanks to the Detroit mistake. And Tom Brady makes them pay with a 1-yard sneak to end the half. Oh, yeah. If the pass interference penalty doesn't happen, that would have forced him to kick a field goal. Instead, yeah, Brady makes him pay for the mistake like he always does. He would have gotten 2, by the way, but you know what? We'll take a yard. And that's how the half ends. We're tied at 21 apiece. My goodness, what a half. And to think the Lions were up by a touchdown, too. Actually, this should say that. Correct? Yeah. Jeez. 35 points? That's second quarter. What are we, reenacting the Commanders-Lions game for real? Speaking of which, look at Jared Goff go. 20-32, 224, and 3 TDs. You would think that'd be a whole game's worth, but that's in a half. That's how bad the Bucs secondary is doing right now. That also explains why there's next to no rushing yards either, but so be it. I think Swift had like 1 long carry, and that's it. And he almost fumbled the ball away. Monra St. Brown had a long TD. DJ Turk had a long TD. Josh Reynolds had a not-so-long TD, but it still counts. But otherwise, this has been mostly offense, and it's the same for Tampa. Brady is 15-24, 166, has a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown, as we just saw. Leonard Fournette, meanwhile, 13 carries, 52 yards, and a rushing touchdown of his own. Cade Otton has the receiving touchdown. Mike Evans is 5 for 64. This is literally the only sack of the game. There was that horrific special teams fumble that got Tampa their second TD. Otherwise, that is where we stand, ladies and gentlemen, as we enter the second half, tied at 21 in what's been an absolutely wild NFC title game. Just one mistake after another, and that's how you end up with a tie ball game. So there's no reason for me to take this out because Tampa gets the ball to start the second half, so doesn't it figure they get the old double dip potential? So let's see if they can make something of this here. Oh, and everybody's got their timeouts again. There you go. Everybody gets 3. All right, time to roll things out. Sure enough, Tampa does have an opportunity to double dip. They have it 2nd and 1 at their own 18. All right, 2nd and 1. Excuse me, Detroit's 18, who have just made way more mistakes than they should. Yet again, that seems to be their theme. Oh, wait a minute. Did they see this? They're going to actually guess pass, and sure enough, they guessed correctly. Okay. I was wondering if they would guess this short pass correctly or not. 7! And Brady goes down. So, no, the pass doesn't even go off. Uh-oh! That's a problem, too. So Brady gets sacked for a loss of 7, and it's a fumble! And Detroit gets it! Oh, yikes! Tom Brady couldn't will his offensive line to block for him, now could he? Oh, yikes! Isaiah Buggs will get credit for the strip sack. I'm spelling his name wrong. Oh, yikes. I believe that's Hutchinson that's going to get credit for the, Aiden Hutchinson get credit for the fumble recovery. The only question is, does he get any further out? No, we're not going to even have that shot. So Hutchinson just plopped on the ball. Who cares? Detroit gets it off of a costly strip sack. Oh, so much for double dipping. More like they got dipped on there. Whoops. Oh, well-timed strip sack and a turnover gets Detroit the ball, albeit at their own 25, but who cares? At least they stopped the Tampa from scoring there, so it works out. Very nicely done by the Detroit defense to finally step up there after they've made a few too many mistakes. All right. 11 on a short. Oh, it's a long gain again. They're inside the 35, so it's a touchdown. It's Mike Evans again, 32, as he scores. Oh, Detroit's pass defense fell asleep at the wheel and gives us a 32-yard completion to Mike Evans. And Ryan Supkup can add the extra point with it. And would you look at this, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time all game, it's Tampa with the lead. And that one was courtesy of a long TD pass, 32 yards from Tom Brady to Mike Evans. Oh, of course, Brady is willing his team to do things. That's the only explanation. I've seen this way too many times as a Dolphins fan, but sure enough, we're seeing it now. Tampa. So much for spotting Detroit 2 TDs. Now you've suddenly recovered here. And all of a sudden, they are in the lead 28-21 with 8:15 left in the third quarter. Oh, boy. And remember, they were down 14-0, so they've recovered and then some. My goodness. Detroit, you may want to tighten up your defense. It's your turn to start messing up. Good grief. All right. All right. Credit to Detroit for at least coming back here. They got it 1st and 10 at Tampa's 12, so they are driving. And Tampa's going to miss this run from DeAndre Swift. Oof. All right, 1st and 10. Ah, it's a fumble. Hold on. Delay of game, Morgoth for accidentally dropping his dice. Ah, well, it's a lame penalty anyways. Meanwhile, DeAndre Swift might score. It's a short gain. 11 or 12, he doesn't. Everything else, he's got it. He's got it. Touchdown. And he did roll a 12 on a short gainer, so I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not, but it does this time. DeAndre Swift cashes in for 12 yards out, catches Detroit's defense napping a little bit. And Michael Badgley will add the extra point to successfully tie the game. There we go. So Detroit does indeed respond with a good drive, capped off with a 12-yard TD run from DeAndre Swift. And we're back to being tied all over again. It is going to be one of those games. This is good for excitement, I must say, but neither defense wants to show up. This might be whichever one does first or does just enough. We're deadlocked at 28 with 5:45 remaining here. Good grief. I mean, we're going to have an offensive explosion. Yeah, we definitely got one. Gotta love it. Gotta love it, especially at this stage. And at long last, we finally have our first field goal attempt of the game here. This one's from 50, so this is by no means a gimme. Oh, God, Suckup is 2 through 5 at this range. Good luck. I mean, the alternative is if you try to convert a 4th and 18. Yeah, that ain't happening. All right, suck up from a long ways out. Roll low. Hey, there's your 5. Too bad there's a 6 with it, so no good. I kind of figured that was going to happen. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, God. Unfortunately, a holding penalty kind of did the Buccaneers in on that one. Yeah, Yeah, Sup Cup is not anywhere close on that 50-yard attempt. Doesn't that figure? Oh, well. So Detroit will get the ball back at their own 33. It'll be 1st and 10 here. I'm actually going to play this last play of the third quarter out because why not? All right. Sure, why not? 1st and 10 here. Yeah, I'm going to start off with a run play. It will be boring. Tampa doesn't see this. And, oh my goodness, what a run, unless it gets nuked. Which it will. Offsetting penalties. Oh! The play doesn't count. It would have been a 35-yard run for DeAndre Swift. Instead, the refs call penalties on both sides, so the play gets blown up anyways. Doesn't that figure? Stupid refs not letting us have any fun. Anyways, that's the last play of the third quarter regardless, so we are tied at 28 going into the last period here. Very interesting to see how this turns out here. Which side will advance to the Super Bowl? Well, we're going to find out in about 15 game minutes. So, unless it goes into overtime, which could happen. So, anyways, I'm going to proceed with this 1st and 10 yet again. 1st and 10 from the 44. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we got to slow this game down a little bit. How about nothing for Rachaad White? Well, that sucks. 2nd down. We'll give it to Gage. Detroit actually does see this coming. All right, 2nd and 10. 10 on a flat. And it's going for 29. Thwomp, thwomp. Russell Gage all the way to the 15. Once he's pushed out. Oh, boy. Another efficient drive from Tampa incoming, and they think they started all the way at the 8. Tisk, tisk, tisk. It's 1st and 10 from Detroit's 15. There's just no way they can stop them. All right, 1st and 10. We'll run it. They just gave up a 29-yard gain to Russell Gage. So let's see what continues on. 7. Since the pass wasn't seen, it's 9 yards for Cade Otton. 2nd and 1, and this is going to get missed. 7 on a flat. Oh, is this what I think it is? No. No! So it's not the short gain I thought it was. Instead, it's a 7-yard gain, which is still a touchdown, because Godwin needed 6 to score, and that's what he gets. Yeah, all right. Jeez, Brady is over 400 yards in this game? Oh, my God. Detroit, what are you doing? What the heck? Okay, what's this penalty? Opponent number 2, I'm going to enforce that on the kickoff, so this extra point is good, nevertheless. And Tampa is once again on the back in the lead with an efficient 92-yard drive, capped off with a 6-yard TD pass from Tom Brady to Chris Godwin. Brady is up over 400 yards. He is just being Tom Brady. And Tampa is 7 minutes away from entering the Super Bowl. If they can hold this, they'll win. But their defense still has to hold Detroit, which has been a little bit problematic. So 35-28 Buccaneers lead here. Oh, I never did see what the penalty was for my own benefit. It's offside, so I'll force that on the kickoff here. So I'll just push him back 5 yards if I roll for a yard marker. But yeah, Detroit, this is not good. Your defense is falling apart, and I have a funny feeling I know what's going to happen next. So We'll see how this NFC title game concludes. We got 7 minutes remaining. All right. Well, I'll be. Detroit has indeed responded. They've got first and goal to go right at the 10. Well. This is an interesting plot twist now, isn't it? 4:45 remaining on the game. First and 10 or goal to go, whatever one you want. This is not something Detroit wants. A 1-yard loss. Amon-Ra St. Brown, what are you doing? You can't do that. Running the wrong way, buddy. Silly wide receiver screens getting blown up. All right, 2nd and 11. If actually they're going to play pass, run the Tampa and miss this. Fumble on me. Another delay of game. How dare I? Let's see. 8 yards for DeAndre Swift. He is 3 yards away. Okay. Jared Goff just throws his 50th pass of the game. My goodness, there's been a lot of passing, that's for sure. 3rd and 3. This is a little interesting now. First off, let's get Josh Reynolds out of here and bring in James Mitchell, our blocking back. Second off, what do I want to do here? I got an even crazier idea, too, because he scored 18 touchdowns in this version. Jamal Williams welcomed back to the game. So now I'm bringing in essentially a gold line back here. I'm going to fool him. And the Tampa seeing Jamal Williams in there, freaks out, plays a run, and misses this. 3rd and 3. 3 on a flat. Oh, God, never mind. Yeah, that's a 29-yard gain, but clearly we're a lot less than that, so it's a touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown left wide open on the play-action fake, and St. Brown with probably the easiest touchdown he'll ever have in his life. Ouch! Whoopsies. I guess that worked. Extra point. Don't roll double sixes. Okay, that's not double sixes, but there's one there, but it's fine. The extra point is good. And, well, we have a tie ball game, ladies and gentlemen. We have a tie freaking ball game with 3:45 remaining here. As Detroit notches it up on a 3-yard TD pass from Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. The deception actually did work out, as it turns out. So we are back to being all squared away at 35, but with 3:45 remaining, this is still anyone's game. Well, that's plenty of time for Tom Brady. I mean, good grief. Man has scored from less than 2 minutes. What do you think he's going to do with 3:45? All right, I'm actually going to stick with this and just play this out for you guys, since this is now kind of a vital point here. So they'll have it at the 25. As I mentioned, there's 3:45. That is more than enough time for Tom Brady to do some damage here. Where's Leonard Fournette? I want playoff Lenny here. Yeah, there he is. There he is. All right, 1st and 10. This, let's see, what's Detroit want to do here? They're actually going to miss this run. All right, 1st and 10. Let's see. Fournette starts off maybe with a 5-yard gain. No, he doesn't. It's going to be an false start. So they go back 5 yards. Oh, that's brilliant. All right, 1st and 15. That kind of changes my calculus just a little bit. 6 on a flat. Oh, God. Is this what I think it... No, never... Wait. It is a short gain. Oh, there's a 6 as a short gain. What else is new? Oh, and Otten gets 18 yards. Oh, so they convert a 1st and 15. That's wonderful. So 18 yards for Cade Otten there. All right, 1st and 10. This is going to be a run guarding the run. 7. Detroit gives up 5 to Leonard Fournette. Okay. We're now down to 2:45. 2nd and 5. This actually surprisingly gets missed. They're going to go off tackle run rather than to throw it. Doesn't matter. Just 2 yards there. So Fournette to the 45. Hold up. In a surprising twist, Detroit actually takes their first time out. I mean, the 2-minute warning's right there, but they might as well do it. All right, 3rd and 3 here. So Detroit saving up some time, potentially. But that's if they can defend this Mike Evans pass. 4 on a flat, and... oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh. Never mind. Brady willed their Detroit's defense to be offsides. What the hell? First down. Again, this is what I have to deal with as a Dolphins fan for like many years. All right, 1st and 10. Next play will be the 2-minute warning. 5 on a flat. It's a 4-yard gain for Russell Gage, and there's your 2-minute warning. All right. Tampa has just 46 yards to go. 2nd down. This surprisingly gets missed. It's an off-tackle run. And it's 7 yards for Leonard Fournette. 1st down. He gets up to the 39. Oh, wow. They're mixing in some passes here. Okay, let's see if we can get into field goal range here. 1st and 10. Minute 45 remaining. Tampa still has all their timeouts, mind you. That's a 7-yard gain for Godwin. They're actually going to use one of them right now. That's their first. Tampa uses one as they get 7 for Godwin. All right. 2nd and 3 from the 32. You know what? Sure, why not? Let's try one. 8 on a long, and nothing's there, incomplete. Brady was looking for Mike Evans deep, found nothing. Oh, well. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3. Detroit actually misses this. They think it's a Leonard Fournette run, and it's not. And they're going to pay for it. Well, not really. It's a 7-yard gain. It's not the short gain, but it's a 7-yard completion to Russell Gage. He goes out at the 25. Uh-oh. This is not good if you're Detroit. 1st and 10. Now here comes the off-tackle run. Detroit. Oh, this is vital. Did they see this or not? They're going to think pass and miss this. Oh, dear. 7 more yards for Fournette, but he gets shoved out of bounds, unfortunately. So that does stop the clock. I'll allow it. All right, 2nd and 3. Eight on a flat. It's going to Evans. They'll see it. And Evans has 6 in the first. So he's up to the 12. Detroit is actually now going to use another timeout. That's their second. All right, 1st and 10 from the 12. They will play to run, and they'll see this. 6. This linebucker is going for, and Fournette is halfway there. I'll address that in a minute. Detroit, are they using a timeout or no? Because, yeah, they're going to use it. Detroit uses their final timeout. There's 52 seconds remaining. I think we know where this is going, if that last week was any indication. All right, 2nd down and 4. 3 and an off tackle. And just a yard for Leonard Fournette. Detroit is actually going to... Tampa's going to let it go all the way. Because Detroit cannot stop the clock. Okay. 3rd down and 3 here. The only way this goes south is if, there's a turnover. Or if somebody allows a rushing touchdown. You never know. 4. You know what? That's actually kind of the smart thing to do, all things considered. Touchdown! Leonard Fournette from 5 yards out. Oh, but that may have been a bit of a mistake. I mean, Tampa takes the lead no matter what, but at least Detroit now has another possession here. So that's kind of the mistake part of it. The extra point is good for Michael Badgley. So Tampa does, in fact, take the lead. That's kind of what I thought would happen. But now they get one more shot at this somehow. 15 seconds remaining. That was kind of why I was like, oh, that's not good. So there you go. Tampa at least has the lead, but now they've still got to hold it. Thankfully, they've got 15 seconds. Detroit has no timeouts. Let's see where this lands up. All right, Detroit is going to need to figure out a way to get 75 yards. They're going to have to figure out some way to get 75 yards. That's the only way they can save their season. They'll probably have like 3 attempts to do it. Okay, I got to bring in Chark for sure. I got to bring in St. Brown. We're bringing in Reynolds. We're bringing in Khalif Raymond. That's really all I can do. Brock Wright's not going to help us. We'll do empty set. Ugh, this is just nasty. All kinds of nasty right here. Okay. I've got no other choice but to throw long balls and hope for the best. 1st and goal to go. Now, 1st and 10 from the 25. Let's see what happens. 6. Oh, that's cool. An interception roll. 2 through 4. Game is over. And there it is! Of course! And this game is going to be over barring any sort of dumb roll. That's not it. No, the interception gets returned for 12 yards. There's no fumble roll. This is not like that one game I had. And that's going to do it, folks. That's going to do it. Goff threw an interception. Finally, a blemish on his record. He was looking for DJ Chark, and instead he found whoever the right cornerback is. That would be Jamal Dean sealing it for the Jamal Dean sealing it up for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brady takes one knee in the victory formation. That's all he needs. And there you go, folks. The game is over. Despite what a shootout that was. Very nice. But alas, if you were hoping a Tom Brady hater, I'm sorry to disappointed you. Tampa wins 42-35. Congratulations, Tampa. You get to go to the Super Bowl. Boo. All right, well, this was definitely a shootout for sure, as both offenses were just unloaded on each other. It just was maddening here. But alas, it's Tampa Bay that wins it. Let's start with the stats here. There's a lot of good ones here. Jared Goff was 34-52, 350, 4 TDs. He had the pick at the end, but that was kind of a desperate situation. We'll forgive him for it. DeAndre Swift had the 5th TD, 16 for 62 for him. Monra St. Brown was 12, 134, and 2 TDs. DJ Chark also got 100 yards exactly and won the 3rd TD. Josh Reynolds had the 4th, 8 for 63. And then, well, they did force a turnover on defense, but that's really it. There wasn't much defense played in this game anyways. And then we have this guy, Tom Brady, willing his team to win like he always does. 40-54, 445 in passing yards. Really? Come on, Detroit. You couldn't have really? You really had to do that. 3 TDs too. No picks. So Brady went full Brady. You can't let him do that. I thought we'd been over this. Somehow Leonard Fournette got over 100 yards. And 2 TDs. Okay, we'll take that. Brady had the strip sack, by the way, but he also ran in for a TD too, so yippee. So he actually had 4. Wonderful. The TDs were caught by Cade Otton, Chris Godwin, who had 87 yards, and Mike Evans, who went off for 163. Very nice. And then defensively, there was a special teams blunder from Detroit, which led to a touchdown, and Jamal Dean's interception sealed it. And I think they're getting these guys back, too, so they're probably going to be at full strength. But, yeah, there you go, folks. Tampa Bay wins. Much to my dismay, unfortunately. I don't like it, but here we are. So, who's ready for a Houston-Tampa Super Bowl? Not me. Well, oh. Hold on, I'm going to move this. Beep, beep, beep. All right, there we go. So who's ready for a Houston-Tampa Super Bowl next week? Certainly not me, because A, one side involves Tom Brady. The other side involves the team that knocked out my team. So, you know what? I get to suffer. So, it'll be Houston, Tampa Bay for all the marbles next week. Oh, baby. This is going to be, well, for me, it'll be absolute torture. But for every one of you, hopefully it'll be good entertainment, which is what really matters. So, we will have that in its full entirety next week. So, anyways, thank y'all for watching this exciting NFC Championship game. And boy, was it. Don't forget to hit the usual like, subscribe buttons. And I will be back next week with our Super Bowl. Houston Texans, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Should be a good one in the Season 2 finale of Strat-O-Matic. You know what? I'm saving that for next week. You know what it is. I'm saving my energy for next week when I can really go nuts. Peace out, y'all. Oh. All right, we got to have a talk. Can we get Tom Brady the hell out of here? But what do you mean it might not be done? This is just... Oh, that camera's still rolling. Oh, I didn't mean to... You know what? Here, I'll make it up to you. Forgot to do this at the end, too. Jared Goff, get out of here. Get float away. Get out of here. Stupid Lions. Can't even trust him to get the job done.